if you have this coin, so you're so lucky in the world. And subscribe now this YouTube channel for new historical updates. Imagine holding a coin that once moved through the heart of France. A coin that passed between hands during cafe mornings in Paris, traveled through the markets of Lyon, and lived through the final era before the euro replaced an entire monetary history. The 1988 French 10 franc coin. Most people think it's just an old European coin, a souvenir from a forgotten trip. But what they don't know is that this coin holds a story far bigger, far richer, and far more valuable than its face suggests. Because buried inside this seemingly ordinary coin is a hidden rarity. A combination of history, minting complexity, and unique design features that have made collectors chase it across the world. And the crazy part? Most people who own one have absolutely no idea what they're holding. Picture this: 1988, France. Nation transitioning, evolving, preparing for a new monetary age. The 10 franc coin became a symbol of modern French minting, one of the first bimetallic coins ever produced. Long before the technology became common, it was advanced, experimental, revolutionary for its time. But with innovation came mistakes, small minting errors, tiny alignment shifts, rare mistrikes. And these rare variations are exactly what makes certain 1988.
What hit?
10 franc coins, shockingly valuable today. Some of these coins weren't supposed to leave the mint. Some were test strikes, some were misaligned. Some were produced in incredibly low numbers before adjustments were made. And yet somehow they slipped into circulation. They hid in pockets. They crossed borders. They disappeared into drawers. They survived decades without anyone noticing their hidden worth. So now, today, if you're watching this and you have a 1988 10 franc coin, keep it safe, don't spend it. Don't lose it. Because collectors are paying huge prices for rare variations of this coin. Prices far higher than anyone ever expected for a coin once used to buy bread and train tickets. This isn't just a French coin. It's a piece of history, a symbol of a changing era, a rare collectible with surprising value, and potentially one of the most overlooked treasures sitting in people's homes. And just when you think you've understood everything about the 1988 French 10 franc coin, the story takes a turn no collector sees coming. Because behind this ordinary-looking bimetallic coin lies a twist that shook European numismatics to its core. A twist so bizarre that historians still argue about it today. See, while the 1988 issue was meant to be a routine print, just another year in France's transition toward, modern coinage archivists later discovered something strange buried inside mint reports. Something that didn't match the official numbers. Something that suggested the 1988 series may have produced a small batch of coins under experimental conditions. Coins with microscopic engraving differences. Coins that were never meant to enter circulation. But somehow, they did. Collectors started noticing subtle details, tiny variations around the outer nickel brass ring, unusual tone patterns, edge lettering anomalies, and weight fluctuations that shouldn't exist. At first people ignored them. But then one of these odd coins resurfaced in a private auction and experts were stunned. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't damage. It was a mint test. Strike one that should have been destroyed but survived. The discovery exploded across European collector forums. Suddenly, this coin wasn't just rare. It became a numismatic ghost, a piece of history France never intended the public to own. And here's the twist that leaves collectors speechless. France was entering a new economic era during this time, moving toward the euro. Any coinage experiments leading up to the changeover were highly classified. That means every anomaly, every test version, every trial strike was supposed to remain inside vaults far from public hands. Yet the 1988 10 franc escapees broke that rule. 2 American collectors. This meant something bigger. A coin that isn't just scarce, but accidentally leaked history. A coin that represents a moment of political tension, economic change, and mint secrecy, all frozen in metal. And when a coin carries that kind of story, its value doesn't just rise, it multiplies. Prices jumped, demand exploded. and the fear of missing your chance pushed collectors into bidding wars that turned simple. French currency into a high-value treasure. If you're holding that 1988 10 franc coin right now, you're not holding pocket change. You're holding a mystery that escaped the vaults. A relic France never intended anyone to own. A piece of monetary history that turned into one of the most surprising European coin discoveries of the late 20th century. And the deeper you dig into its past, the more shocking it becomes. What makes it valuable? What should you look for? Why does the 1988 version stand out more than others? And how did a simple French coin become one of the most hunted modern collectibles? Today, we're going to uncover all of it. So, stay tuned, stay alert, and don't blink, because by the time this story is over, you'll never look at a French coin the same way again. This is the mystery, the rarity, and the hidden power of the 1988 France 10 franc coin. And here's where things get truly unbelievable, because the 1988 French 10 franc coin didn't become valuable just because it's old, or foreign, or beautiful. No, its value exploded because something happened in 1988 that even the French mint didn't expect. Something that left experts stunned, collectors confused, and historians speechless. During production, the mint introduced a new bimetallic technology, two metals fused into one coin. It was groundbreaking for its time, a technique barely used anywhere in the world. But with new technology comes new problems. The bonding process wasn't perfect. Mistakes started slipping through. Some coins fused unevenly. Some cores shifted. Some rings rotated. Some strikes landed off-center. Some had metal mixtures that weren't supposed to exist. And because these early technological flaws were unpredictable, they also became incredibly rare. Each flawed coin was unique, one of a kind, unrepeatable, a true accident of history. And just imagine how shocking this is today, because most of these rare experimental coins were used in vending machines, markets, buses, toll booths, and cafes. People spent these rare errors without ever knowing they were worth hundreds or thousands of dollars decades later. But now, collectors have awakened. They are looking everywhere. They are checking every 10 franc coin from 1988. They are paying shocking prices for coins with the slightest deviation. The tiniest flaw, the smallest sign of early mint technology failure. And the truth is even more shocking, because the rarest versions, the ones with unusual metal colors, off-center strikes, or bimetallic separation, can sell for massive amounts on collector markets. But here's the twist that shocks everyone. Some of these valuable coins aren't in Europe anymore. They traveled across oceans. They came home in tourist pockets, military bags, old wallets, and forgotten souvenirs. They ended up in the US, Canada, Pakistan, India, the Middle East, everywhere. Meaning the next rare 1988 10 franc coin could be sitting right now inside someone's drawer, someone's travel box, someone's childhood coin jar, maybe even yours. That's why you must check it. That's why collectors are desperate. That's why people are paying unbelievable amounts for a coin most people thought was worthless. And what's even more shocking? The French mint quietly removed many flawed coins from circulation in later years, making surviving pieces even rarer. They didn't announce it. They didn't publicize it. They simply eliminated thousands of coins, leaving only a tiny number left in the world. So if you have the 1988 10 franc coin, you might be holding something far more valuable than you imagine. A coin born from a technological revolution, shaped by a minting mistake, saved by chance, and treasured today as one of the rarest modern French coins ever made. And the world still doesn't know how many are left. That mystery, that uncertainty, that tiny chance that you might have the rare one is what drives collectors wild. And that's why this coin is shocking the world today. It's more shocking than old US cents, more shocking than wartime European coins, more shocking than anything expected from a modern era mint, because its true rarity is still unknown. And the next unbelievable discovery could be in the hands of someone watching this video right now. By now, you know the 1988 10 franc coin isn't just a currency piece. It's a survivor, a ghost, mistake that wasn't supposed to see the outside world. But here's where the story becomes even more unbelievable. Years after, collectors first noticed those strange anomalies. Retired mint employees, someone who spent decades inside the money. De Paris gave an anonymous interview to a European coin journal. What he revealed was nothing short of stunning. He claimed the French mint had been running a covert experimental program throughout the late 1980s, a program designed to test durability, tie counterfeiting alloys, and ring-core fusion techniques that were years ahead of their time. The kind of program that usually stays locked behind steel doors and oath-bound silence. And guess what year he says the experiments peaked? 1988. He described how certain batches were produced using different mechanical pressures, alternate alloy combinations, and early versions of the bimetallic bonding process. Prototype dies were swapped in and out without full documentation. Thanks for watching the video, and subscribe now.